Get ready to learn LinkedIn tips that are going to skyrocket your LinkedIn profile. I'm going to share with you some of my tried and true recipes on how to get engagement with LinkedIn. LinkedIn is an amazing social media platform. The thing that I see happen most is that people do not optimize their LinkedIn profile. So today, I'm going to share with you a few tips on how you can optimize your LinkedIn profile so that you can get more engagement, more people following you, more people buying from you, all of that fun stuff. I'm sharing my LinkedIn profile. You will see this with your profile. One of the first things I recommend you do is get a good headshot of yourself, something that looks like you, that has a good representation of who you are at this specific point in your life, not something from 25 years ago. And it should be of a professional nature based on what your business is. Like, imagine what you would typically wear on a day at work. The other thing is your cover photo. That's this one here where you're seeing it has the purple background. This is great for your promotion because you're going to put in here things about your business. You're going to put things that you want to highlight. This is a great opportunity for you to promote yourself just like you would in a billboard. Now, I'm going to take a little trip over to the side here. See where this says edit public profile and URL? This is a thing that you can do. See this public URL? Sometimes when you set up an account, it's going to have your name and then a bunch of gobbledygook numbers after it. You want to make sure that has something that's you, right? That says your name. You just hit this pencil icon and you'll see it gives you that your URL must contain 3 to 100 letters or numbers. Don't use spaces, symbols, or a special character. And that's how you can set up your personal profile URL. I want you to notice here, this is a friend of mine who did this great post. And notice down here, when I commented on her post, you see how it has my name, my headshot. Look right here. See how it's got the first 60 characters of my description. Do not forget to fill this out. So the description, as you can see here, it's very important that you put in key words. So when you're looking here, social media strategist, elevating brands, I use keywords like business, speaker, host, consultant. These are keywords that are searched and can be extremely valuable. One of the things that I love to share with people is that when you are creating anything on your social media, your profile, your about us page, your descriptions, and anything in your profile, the keywords are key, right? What are people searching for when they're looking for somebody like you? If you start using keywords in your descriptions, if you start using keywords in your about us, if you start using keywords in your headline, those are so important because that is going to help people find you. The more you use it, the better. That's why I use social media a couple of times, because I want people to understand that I'm a social media strategist. So when you're looking at your profile, fill this out, fill it out completely. I turned on creator mode for me, which you see down here. This gives me a couple of benefits. I'm not going to get into them today, but you can check out a video that's going to be released shortly that has that information. But here, it allows me to put in some hashtags. I put in my contact information. I've got my connections here. I can add a profile section if I want. I've got my services. Here's a featured section. This is something that you want to have. You want to feature things that you do. Keep in mind, every time you create a post, comment on a post, or react to a post, it's going to show up. I'm going to look at my public profile settings here. This is what I would see if I was an everyday user. As I scroll down, I've got my articles, but here's my activity. So when I comment on something, people can see what I've commented on. Now, you want to make sure that when you comment on things that you're using your professional tone of voice and you're making that happen. This about section is really important. You can see here, you've got 2,600 characters. You could go hog wild. You've got to keep in mind, is only the first few sentences that show up. So you want to make these really key and really stand out. One of my favorite things to tell people is if you own your own business, it is really important that you create a company page. And when you create a company page, this gives you a couple of little benefits. First of all, you're securing your brand on the platform. It's free. To create a company page takes less than 5 minutes. You just answer a few questions and you're off and running. You should put in a profile picture, which can be your logo if you want, and a banner similar to the banner that you have on your personal profile. And then I suggest if you just want to have it, just post to it once a month. Sometimes I share posts to my personal profile. It kind of mixes things up a bit, but it's really important that you do take advantage of the company page. And one of the reasons why I say this is because if you look at my profile here, do you see how it has Master at Media right there? And it shows you my years and all the stuff. This logo wouldn't show up. What would happen, and I'll go to an old business of mine here, I would just get this gray box, and it really doesn't, number one, it doesn't look professional. It doesn't allow you to have that kind of clean, slick look that it would if you had your own logo sitting right there. So that is one thing people are missing. Another thing, get this education filled out, because people look for you, maybe looking for you based on where you went to school. I always suggest putting in your volunteer information. It's always helpful to show your volunteerism, because another reason why, when you show you that you're volunteering, it may show interest that you have. Like I have love of theater. So some of my things show that I volunteered for a theater company. These are things that kind of bond you with other people who are looking at your profile, because you want people to take a look at who you are and what you do, because when they get to know you, they're more likely to buy you. They're more likely to trust you. Now, with the skills section, there are some really great things in here. You can put up to 50 skills. I'm sure you have 50 skills that you could share with the world, right? Think outside the box. Talk public speaking. Talk, if you have a skill that you are, you can ride a unicycle. I don't care what it is. Put it in there. Have some fun with it. You can put out over 50 skills. As you could see here, when I put in mine, it's a variety of different things, right? So I've got social media marketing, of course, training, journalism, theater, right? There are tons of things that I'm doing. Notice with Excel, I passed in skill assessment. There are some skill assessments out there. Take advantage of them. Most of them are around the tech world. Now, question I get asked a lot with the skill assessment is, well, what happens if I fail? Okay, it's all right if you fail, because guess what? The only thing that happens is you won't be able to take that test again for 3 months. That's it. Then you could try again and hopefully you won't fail. Or you can say, that's it, I'm done. Do it. So have some fun with that. But as you can see, like there are a lot of things I put in here, a lot of stuff. Here you can find 50 skills. I'm sure you have them. You've got a talented base out there. Now, when you're looking at your recommendations, what I love about LinkedIn recommendations, what I suggest you do is go out and give a recommendation, ask for recommendations. But the beauty of a recommendation in LinkedIn is that you have the opportunity to accept it as is, reject it entirely. Maybe it's a spam thing, it happens. Maybe it's somebody who said something not so nice. You don't have to accept it, and it doesn't get published. Unlike Google reviews, extremely valuable, but when it's written, it's written. Facebook, same thing. When it's written, you're done. LinkedIn gives you the opportunity to accept it or reject it. And they also have an opportunity for you to request an edit. Like say somebody spelled your name wrong, or you wanted them to not mention something because you don't offer that service anymore. You can message them in LinkedIn and say, hey, would you mind tweaking this recommendation? And then it gets published on your profile and then people can read it, which is pretty darn cool. If you have publications, awards, honors, put them in there, organizations you're affiliated with. And of course, your interests are wonderful. If you're looking at really promoting your business, you should set up a company page. Obviously, you've got to set it up. But if you click on For Business up here, and you see down here, it says Create Company Page. Well, you click that and you run through a series of questions and you're done. And you've got your company page created. If you want more information about LinkedIn, please check out this video. It might be here or here. It's going to help you with great features that LinkedIn has. And by the way, at the recording of this, it's June of 2023. LinkedIn is sadly getting rid of the video that was in your profile photo. You could add a video doing it on your phone. It was really cool. I'm very disappointed it's not there anymore. Hope you found this helpful. If you did, give us that thumbs up, subscribe to us so that you're informed the next time we go live.